Okay, so episode 6. So good. It felt more like a catalyst episode for me, though. A lot of things that happened in this one that didn't really happen in the book, per se. But it kept the story moving. It kept the pace going well, I thought. So I really liked it. From the very beginning, we get introduced to Theon and his bright ideas. He's such a little fuck up. Taking Winterfell. Anyway, so the whole dream thing with Bran comes true, and of course we're beat over the head with it because Asha mentions it as well, which I didn't really like because they don't normally do that. At least the creators don't the writers and the same guys. Anyway, they they don't normally do that, which is one of the reasons that I really like the show. That they don't have to beat you over the head with the ideas or the symbolism or the illusions. It gets to be kind of insulting. But they sort of did it. But, anyway, I guess maybe they needed to make the point. Because later on, the whole dream thing is going to be important with Bran. But anyway, yeah. So, and I love the details of that scene, especially the rain coming down because there's supposed to be water, especially in the courtyard when Sir Roderick dies. And that beheading was good, right? Yet another thing that Theon fucks up, basically. So gruesome, and then he kicks the head off with his foot. So good, though. Anyway, so lots of stuff that actually did happen. Jon meets Ygritte. I won't talk too much about that, because even though it was very funny, we'll talk about it later on, because a lot of cool stuff's gonna happen with that. But yeah, the bum wiggle thing, so funny. A little tease. I've never done that I will admit to. Anyway, Joffrey getting hit in the face with a ship pie, awesome. But that's just, personally, I hate the little runt. But anyway, but that's the beginnings of the relationship between Sansa and the Hound is what. But that was important because we get to see the beginning of the relationship between Sansa and the Hound, which should be cool later on. So, yeah, very nice. Because he's saving his little bird. Oh, and when he's killing the dudes, and the first one that he lifts up, and then you just see the entrails hanging down. So good. Yeah. What else? Rob's love interest, Talisa, or whatever the hell her name is. Meh. Not completely impressed with her. That's totally way off from what I recall his love interest being. But, yeah. Don't really trust her, though. I mean, they're doing a lot of condensing of stories, and this is kind of like a huge change that, I'm not really trusting the Talisa girl. I'll explain later from some other stuff that, it's all different, and I don't. Yeah, anyway, I'll get to that. So, highlights, Winterfell, beheading, cool. Harrenhal, okay. Tywin and Arya, the relationship that is being built there between Tywin and Arya is really interesting to me, and it's fun because we need to get to know Tywin better, and it's through Arya that we're getting to do that. Now, what's cool there is that, at least for me, whenever I read Arya, she was always a vessel for me. Not only, she's a great character in her own right, but in the books, she was always the way that we could get to all these different places where the story was going to take place. She was always far away, so close. And I guess all of that's going to be cut out because, well, she's still at Harrenhal. So, yeah, all her travels that she does in the books, I guess, are going to be either cut out completely or extremely condensed. She will have to do some later on. But anyway, yes. So her relationship with Tywin is really being built, and that's kind of cool. So now instead of traveling to places, we get to travel through to characters, which is even cooler for me. I don't know. I think so, because we're getting to know Tywin and his inner workings, where he comes from, where he is, where he might be going, especially with some of the lines that are being said, kind of illusionary lines to where this story is going to go. So, very good. Also, what the... See? It's a what the episode for me. Littlefinger shows up? Huh? I saw him. I'm going, what's going on here? Yeah. So, Littlefinger shows up and then starts talking to Tywin about the whole Tyrell connection. And Arya's there to witness this too, and the whole idea of having some sort of leverage over the Starks because of the girls that they supposedly have still, right? And then he sort of recognizes Arya, sort of. We see him looking at her with some slight interest and stuff like that. But, and so we get to see Littlefinger, and through Arya, because she's there, she's present cupbearer and the, sort of little fly on the wall, she gets to be privy to a lot of information. And if knowledge is power, if Francis Bacon is right, then little Arya is being built, well, her character is being built up to have quite a bit of influence, more so than she was given in the books at all. She was quite the mouse in the books. Now she's got some power. But speaking of that, she gets her second death. Jaqen's second kill. Awesome, with the whole dart thing. And I love how she's like, it's gotta be now, and he goes, fine. And the guy opens the door and then just drops dead. So cool. It was so Gemmell style. If any of you out there have read David Gemmell, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, and then he died. So awesome, so good. And then of course Tywin takes that as a personal threat. He thinks that somebody's trying to kill him. It's sort of true, but not at that instant. Anyway, yeah. So that was another. What's going on here? But anyway, yeah. So Arya, so cool. I mean, she was a cool character to begin with, but now she's like even more. But anyway. What else? Asha taking the boys. That was a huge chunk of story cut out for Asha to do that. I know in the book, and I was talking to somebody earlier through comments about the whole idea of Asha and the Frog twins probably being cut out, and I think I'm probably right on this one. I know I'm right on this one because it looks like they're going to have Asha be Bran's guide. She's a wildling, it makes sense. She would know all the history, the mythology, the superstitions that the Maester so kindly, condescendingly told Bran were, not true. But maybe there's something to it. But anyway, yeah, so Asha offers herself to Prince Idiot Theon, and slices the throat of the guard and gets the boys out with Hodor. And sorry, I had to say it. And leads the boys out. So we can expect her to be their guide now. Another what the moment. Daenerys and the stolen dragons. Like, what? Didn't happen. And inside job, hello, come on, it's gotta be. Especially with the other lady handmaiden or whatever of hers that was able to touch the dragons. I'm just guessing she's somehow involved in taking them. Anyway, that was to be perfectly honest, I wasn't all that thrilled with Daenerys when I read the books, and sometimes I just skimmed her parts because I remember them kind of lagging and being a little bit boring. I'm guessing as to where this is going to go. I'm not sure yet because I haven't watched episode 7. So I'm so behind, I know. But anyway, I haven't watched episode 7, so I think I know where this is going to go. And I think this is what they're cutting out a whole bunch of stuff, I think, to get her into the House of the Undying. And she gets the whole betrayal things. I think this is where we're going to go, but I'm not sure. I won't know until I watch, I guess. Yeah, I won't know until I watch the next episode, I don't think. Hopefully that'll be answered then, but we'll see. So yeah, that's basically, in a nutshell, the highlights for me. Basically all of it. I love the show. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And I will hopefully go and watch episode 7 now, because I can't wait. Alright, okay. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.